What is an adult problem that nobody prepared you for? Having to not only make important decisions by myself, I expected that much, but also having to do so in a timely fashion uninhibited by indecision. The death of the elder family and your rising name on that list. I was just ruminating earlier today with my station. It feels like I was 20 just yesterday, but then suddenly I have an adult daughter, I've buried grandparents and a parent, and now more voices turn to me than I can turn to myself. The adult problems that you can't be prepared for. Committing your sister to a mental hospital. Choosing to respect your mother's do not recitate when she stops breathing in the lazy boy watching Price is Right. Leaving your sibling in the homeless situation they've chosen because you've run out of options to try and help them and are now just hurting yourself. Becoming the financial anchor of your family because your father has been convicted of federal charges and is going to be in prison for 20 years. Life is real and it will find you. No matter who you are, your parents get old, people get sick. You end up becoming the decider of things no human should be burdened with. Deciding what years for dinner every night for the rest of my life. Vegetables die too soon in the fridge. The realization that $1,000 is not a lot of money to have, but it is a lot of money to owe someone. The inevitably of your parents dying. My dad just passed away and doomed 25. No one could have prepared me, I guess. Aging parents. Back pain. The incessant flow of bills, phone, water, electricity, insurance, rent/mortgage, also college debt. Oh, and dental care. Kurt Vonnegut had it right when he said the trouble with getting older is you outlive your teeth. When to call a repairman and when you can amateurly fix it yourself. Being sick and having to care for yourself. Like when you were younger your parents would get the medicine, or the medicine cabinet would just be stocked all the time, etc. But here I'm with a cold having to build up the energy to go to the supermarket, to buy some aspirin and throat lozenges all by myself. How much time you spend just doing stuff. Oh, need to replace my tire and that's over by the store. So while I replace the tire I can do some errands, and I'll save time, and be home in no time *THRE hours later. Okay, just one more errand, before I head home. Also how putting off a small task just a couple days in a row, can quickly amount to a longer chore/responsibility later. I can just leave this in the sink, get to it later before bed. X 2 days. Why is this grime caked onto this plate still? I've been scrubbing for 10 minutes straight. Careers. As a kid you hear what do you want to be when you grow up, and it's always nurse, doctor, fireman, game designer, etc. Which is also simple. But then when you do start training/working in that career and you realize you don't like it, it just feels like such a terrifying thing to now have to think of a new career identity. I'm pretty sure most of us spend a lot of time working through this crap. My career isn't viable. What do I do? And come to the conclusion that yeah, it actually does make you more sane working in a shop or whatever than going home at night, having paid the bills and not stressing. It's the realization that really takes time. The endless cleaning. I had chores when I was a kid, but I had zero clue how much actual work went into keeping house. I cleaned my house this morning, and by midweek it'll be a war zone of pet hair, crumbs, and dust. I don't even have kids. WTF, it's like the underpants gnomes show up when I'm asleep and fuck my house up. The combo between lack of income and plenty of debt. You telling me I gotta make food every day, often multiple times a day just to stay alive. A lack of community. Growing up you have your elementary school. Each day you see your friends and participate in activities together. Sometimes they move away and sometimes you do, but it largely stays the same through high school and middle school. Flash forward to adulthood and you're just alone. You want to make friends IRL, but have no idea how to go about doing it without seeming creepy, desperate, or God knows what. This is really hard when you are not overtly religious, so you cannot join a religious community. My friend and I talk about this from time to time. It's arguably the hardest thing to deal with in life. It gets worse the longer you live, as you know you are outliving your generation. All the laundry. Good grief, does it pile up? Controlling your finances. Asterisk asterisk everything asterisk I have learned about budgeting, debt recovery, pensions, saving, and wise purchases. I have had to learn for myself that all those big things you thought you'd have time to do when you're older often become physically impossible to do when you're older, even if you have the time. You can go days on end without having to speak to a single person. At first it is a dream come true. After about 2 months you start talking to your toaster to pad the silence while waiting for your toast. No one helping you. Making important life decisions. When you're young you have a safety net, but when you're an adult you're taking on risk that can influence successive years of your life. Same goes for single vs family. Edit. Thank you for the silver. Basic home maintenance. When to change air filters, smoke alarm batteries, timing of lawn care, how often do you clean the gutters, are you supposed to clean under the stove, what is edging, how do you recycle, how to change locks, etc. How much every injury you had as a kid didn't really heal, it just lay dormant until you woke up on your 38th birthday. Now it hurts all the time. How much harder it is to make friends. I kinda feel like, if you hadn't already made some good friends by 25 to 26, you'll end up stuck with superficial friendships. How depressing and mundane working 40 plus hours per week for 30 plus years is. Having to figure out what to eat 3 times a day. I'm still confused af. I thought adults had their shit together. Being absolutely exhausted most of the time. I never thought I'd be the I hate everyone guy, but I'm and everyone can f **ck off. Edit. Thank you for the love. The existential horror of being in a dead-end job with a horrible boss, but can't afford to quit because you'll starve. Edit. Whoa. Just so you know guys, I'm better now. I left the job I didn't like, and I enjoy my work now. Also, as some of you suggested, I've been doing my masters concurrently. I'm working towards my dream job in a university. How hard it is to make/keep friends. Don't even get me started on relationships. Edit. Thank you for all the awards. Being tired all the fucking time. Chronic back pain with no drugs that can help. How uneducated people are. Like, the complete lack of reasoning and critical thinking is astonishing. You can't even have a proper conversation with some people because they make up their minds and the conversation is over. How fucking lonely you can be. Office politics. Edit. This is the waypoint here. Having to put up with so much crap from people in higher positions, even though they're less competent than you, because you need that paycheck. And as you get older, sometimes life circumstances trap you there. Getting old ain't for sissies. Can confirm. Age 80. Enjoy your youth kids. It's fleeting.